Hey, it's ChickenDog, and today, let's talk about Mario. So, Mario has been around for many years. If you guys remember, a few years ago, Nintendo was celebrating the 35th anniversary for Mario, and they released 3D All-Stars and revealed some other stuff, like some merchandise. Now, this year, in 2025, is going to be the 40th anniversary for Mario, and Nintendo hasn't revealed anything yet. Now, this is a little concerning since, we're getting very close to the date, and it is September now, the month where we're going to be celebrating the 40th anniversary of Mario. I'm not sure if Nintendo's going to reveal a direct. Hopefully they do. I'm praying, my boys, but today on ChickenDog, we're going to be sharing my predictions for the next Mario anniversary. Now, I got a few things that I think Nintendo's going to do. We're going to talk about the first thing that everyone's been saying, which I don't think is going to happen, but a lot of people have been saying it. Oh, what if they do like another All-Star collection for the new Super Mario Bros. Game? I would love this, but I don't think Nintendo has plans for that. And honestly, there was a fake leak going around, which it's already been debunked, it's fake, where people thought there was a game cover that showed the collection of New Super Mario Bros. DS, New Super Mario Bros. 2, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And people thought it was real. It got debunked, it's not real, but I think something like that could still happen, but I don't think all three of those games are going to get ported to Switch 2. At most, I think we're going to get DS, maybe, the original, as a remake or a port, but I don't think we're going to get all three of those if they did a collection. I think it's going to happen, and people are going to think I'm crazy. People are going to think, ChickenDog, you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely insane. I'm going to tell you all this, and listen up very carefully. I'm just gonna show you. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Please hear me out. This game gotta come to Switch 2. Look. I know y'all think I'm probably crazy, but hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. In the 35th anniversary, they had the 3D All-Star collection. They had Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy all in a pack. And we cannot lie and say Super Mario Galaxy was beautiful on the Switch. The controls were way improved, the graphics looked great. And what's stopping Mario Galaxy 2 being ported on Switch 2? Nothing. We need Galaxy 2 on Switch 2. It needs to happen. And I know this game a lot, it came back out in 2010, and I used to play this a lot back in the day. This game has a lot of glitches, a lot of bugs and stuff, but who knows? I don't know if Nintendo would fix those glitches or patch. If they didn't, I wouldn't complain. I love doing the glitches in this game. This is one of my favorite games. I do think it has a really good chance because it was the only one discluded 3D All-Star pack, which everyone was wondering 5 years ago, why was this not added to the pack? So I think this could release individually, or maybe they'll make like a 3D All-Star Pack 2, which I don't know how they would do that. The only other game I think they could add to it is Mario Galaxy 2 and 3D Land, but I don't think there's any other 3D games they could add besides those. I think Galaxy 2 has a really high chance on being on the Switch 2. Besides Galaxy 2, let's talk about the possibility with a Mario Movie 2 trailer shown the date of the Mario anniversary. I think this is very likely to happen because, everyone's been waiting for the new Mario movie for a while. The last movie left off a cliffhanger showing Yoshi like as an egg, and you hear Yoshi at the end, which shows it's gonna be a lot about Yoshi. So I'm assuming it's gonna have elements of Super Mario World in it. We might see the first trailer this month. I know it's crazy, but it's very possible because I think, if I'm correct, the movie's supposed to come out next year. We haven't seen any screenshots, any trailers, nothing of the movie. We just know it's coming out next year, and we just know the title. That's it. I really think they're gonna show a new trailer of the Mario 40th anniversary. I think it's gonna probably happen. It should happen. I don't know why. Next possibility, which I don't really see any creators talking about this possibility. I just want to bring this up because it's still possible. We just got into the Switch 2 era, You know, Mario Kart World just came out. Why not they reveal the first batch of Mario Kart DLC for Mario Kart World? I think it's very possible for this to happen and very likely to happen. I know that's a very big stretch, but I think at this point, the game will be 3 months old. They can reveal some DLC. They can reveal some new characters. I'm not sure what they would add for maps per se, because, you know, it's on an island. Maybe they make a whole new DLC island where you can transport through something, or add Rainbow Road online. Who knows? I think they have a lot of possibility with DLC, and they could add practically anybody in the series now. I do think they're gonna add probably a bunch of new characters. Maybe we'll get third party. I don't know. I think Nintendo said they're not gonna do third party for this Mario Kart, but anything possible. We don't know what's gonna happen with this Mario Kart DLC. They probably will reveal the DLC in the Direct when they have it. I think it's possible. I think it's very likely to happen. And, you know, the game just came out 3 months ago, but I do think they're going to add some content at some point. And I think what better day to show new Mario Kart content the day of the Mario Anniversary Direct. Just saying. I'm just saying. I think it would be the golden opportunity to do that. Now, let's talk about the possibilities of Nintendo just saying, like, you know, like how I said Galaxy 2. Let's talk about, you know, we talked about the 2D games, the 3D games. Let's talk about the third-party games. Now, I think it's very possible with Nintendo. They could bring back an old Mario franchise, an old Mario game, a love series that everybody likes. Let's talk about the sports games. Now, we have soccer on the Switch. We have golf on the Switch. We have tennis on the Switch. Now, the most golden one, a lot of people are wondering, where is Mario Baseball? I really think they could either port Mario Sluggers from the Wii to the Switch 2, or they make a whole new Mario Baseball game. And I think it would do really well nowadays, you know, because a lot of people love baseball, and the Sluggers roster was packed. That roster was huge. Just the only thing is, don't do what the new Strikers game did, where it made the game slower, you know, not that big of a roster. Previous rosters weren't that big regardless, but Sluggers had a humongous roster, mega roster. There was like, I think you could play up to 50 characters or something like that. There was characters from the Donkey Kong franchise that we haven't seen in years in it. There was people from Mario Sunshine there. There was a bunch of characters in Mario Sluggers, and if they made a new Mario Baseball game, or they port Sluggers, I think they should add more characters and more stadiums. I really think Mario Baseball has a really good chance of being on the Switch 2, because that's the only Mario sports game besides Mario Sports Mix. Please still, Nintendo, Sports Mix 2, please. I would love that for the Switch 2. We all would. I think Mario Baseball has the best chance, though, to get on the Switch 2. Now, we talked about the Mario movie, we talked about Galaxy 2, we talked about 2D All-Star Pack with New Super Mario Bros., all that stuff. We talked about Mario Baseball. There is one more thing that I think could be shown. I think this is going to be a big stretch. It's going to be a huge stretch. But just hear me out. What if they reveal a new Mario Maker? I know that's crazy, but hear me out. We're on a new console right now. We're on the Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Maker came out back on the Wii U. Mario Maker 2 came back out on the Switch 1. I think it would make a most logical sense right now if they're not going to port the 2D new Super Mario Bros. Game or make a new one, because they already made Wonder. There's no point for them to make a new 2D Mario. I think it would make the most logical sense to reveal a new Mario Maker, but with the new Mario Maker, add the Wonder engine and add some of the new Super Mario Bros. 1 engine onto it, and just make a whole new game, add more stuff, add the Amiibo features that were in Wii U back, and just add more stuff for the Mario Maker community to do in a new Mario Maker game. I really think a new Mario Maker game could happen, and I think this is the perfect time to do it. I don't know how old Mario Maker 2 is, but it's getting to that point where, like, it's getting near the end of its life cycle, which I think it's time for a new Mario Maker, which would be Mario Maker 3 for the Switch 2. I really think it could happen. I think it's very possible, because with the Switch 2 right now, we haven't had really any Mario games be revealed, like really mainline big Mario games. And people are wondering when the next 3D Mario could be, which that's another possibility I didn't mention. Like, yeah, they could port Galaxy 2, but they could also reveal the next big 3D Mario. We don't know. Obviously, the team that did Odyssey made the new Donkey Kong Bonanza game, but we don't know. They could have been making another 3D Mario game at the same time, or maybe a different studio was making the next 3D Mario game. We don't really know, but this is all the possibilities that could happen for the 40th anniversary for Mario. I hope some of these things do happen because I'm a big Mario fan myself, and I would love to see a new 3D Mario, or some of the old games get ported to Switch 2, or some of the old franchises get revived. And I would also love to see the new Mario movie trailer if it came out during that day, which I still think probably the most likely thing to happen. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I think that's the most likely thing to happen, but who knows? Anyways, y'all, this has been your boy, ChickenDog, signing out. Have yourself a damn good one, and I love you guys. Take it easy, and take care, and have yourself a damn good one. Bye! Woo. I fell. Bruh. Okay, let's redo that. Bye!